Hey all, and welcome back to Sonic Chronicles. We're on the Chron homeworld looking for the Chaos Emeralds, and wouldn't you know it, it's a gizoid from Sonic Advance 3, I want to say, and also Sonic Battle. Richie, I asked you to bring up the gizoid/gizoid page to explain to us a thing. What are these guys?
So, the gizoids, or however the hell you want to pronounce the name, are a mass-produced line of combat androids created 4,000 years ago by the Nocturnus clan as advanced infantry in their wars of conquest. Following the Argus event, however, the entire gizoid line was trapped within the Twilight Cave, along with the Nocturnus clan, excluding a single specimen, Emil. Nearly 4,000 years later, Emil was found by chance by Professor Gerald Robotnik and was given the title Gizoid due to being the only known gizoid model on the planet.
There you go.
So that's basically the background to where they sort of exist in terms of games. Because I sort of feel like before this game, pretty much it was just Emil who was a thing in sort of like Sonic X, sort of, a little bit.
Was he in Sonic X? I don't recall though.
I don't know, I remember something along those lines at some point, maybe.
Oh, I think I know what you're confusing it with, because didn't Advance 3 have like semi-animated cutscenes, or just like pictures and whatnot?
Oh no, I am right, it was in Sonic X.
Oh.
Emil was created by Gerald Robotnik and was activated by Bokun to help him distract Sonic while Eggman broke out of prison, but eventually joined Sonic & Co., particularly becoming friends with Cream. Yes, I do remember that.
Okay, interesting. I will say, I like Chronicles basically filling in the backstory for these guys, because, you know, it doesn't affect the main canon at all, it just gives an explanation why there was this random robot that nobody knew about.
Well, exactly, because I think the first time they sort of showed up was Sonic Battle. But really, they've not had much of a feature in any of the games since, and it's only really been here that they've actually gotten any sort of story, I suppose.
What's the difference between Emil and Gemerl, mate?
To my recollection, wasn't Gemerl one that Eggman made based on Emerald? I seem to recall that from Advance 3, though it's been a little while.
Give me a second.
Okay, mate, this is hard lore we're crunching here.
Exactly. So, yeah, so Emil's a sort of classic gizoid. Gemerl, or Gemerl, is one of the main antagonists in Sonic Advance 3, created by Dr. Eggman from Emil's data. So he's sort of a revised version that is now evil.
So the Advance, like, chronology is Advance 1 to Battle 3, would you say?
Honestly, I have no idea, but yeah, that's probably about right.
Okay.
See, I never actually played Battle. Is that a decent game in itself, or...?
It's a 3D arena fire, isometric, on the Advance, mate. Some people like it, I'm not a fan. Like, it has its own style and bite to it, which I kind of appreciate. You know, I appreciate its individuality, but I just couldn't get to grips with it. Although Mexi and FTA and I think Smoothies as well did pull off a rather nifty live stream of it back during the Sonic-a-thon.
Ah.
Yeah, well, I remember they were up all night playing fucking Sonic Battle. That was amazing.
Well, as long as it brings in the dollars for the kids, mate, I'm all good. By the way, guys, did you know we have a charity marathon coming on, was it January 28th?
Mm-hmm.
There we go, we're going to be doing the Retro Fun, where we play stuff like Flame, give examples.
Well, I'm going to be running stuff like Contra, and I'm going to be doing Pokemon Snap, and we're basically covering all sorts of retro games, like older PC stuff, older console stuff, some old handheld stuff. Yeah. It's going to be like a bit of a mixed bag, bit of variety and whatnot. But yeah, that should be a fun time.
It's going to be a shorter marathon than usual, about a week or so, and I think I may do that for a marathon later in the year as well, because these 2-week things, they're very long and they're very draining.
Yes.
And we don't really have as big an audience as, say, like Brain Scratch and so on, so I think they can sustain it for a couple of weeks, as it's probably best to get out while the getting's good. But yeah, the Retrothon, raising money for Child's Play, January 28th, starts 3 PM GMT, is that right, Flame?
Yep.
Very good. Every day for a week or so, we'll have like incentive games you can unlock by donating, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, let's go get this Chaos Emerald shaped bread, Joel.
I wouldn't try to eat it though, it's not actual bread.
A shame. So we're just not finding anything now, Flame. Oh, thank God, you've sped up this playthrough immensely.
No, I skipped that one because it was the same lineup as the one that we fought just a minute ago.
Fair dues, mate, fair dues.
Like, I'll skip out the excessive duplicate ones, I ain't skipping everything. In that case, I was trying to find where to go without him tailing me.
I'm gonna say, yeah, like, a lot of these things seem like doors but aren't actually doors, and it's very frustrating to me as a human who's learned over the years what is a door and what isn't a door.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, it's got two choices, but yeah, we need to shut down this generator because of reasons that I wasn't paying attention to.
It's fine. If someone tells you something needs shutting down, shut it down. It will either have good or bad consequences.
Okay, Tom, HellfireComms needs shutting down.
If it's for the greater good, I will ignore you. Why does Amy always look guilty when she's asking a question? Did I do that?
Oh dear.
That was a Sonic reference. Thank you for coming. You will not be refunded.
Good, because I was paid fuck all for it to start with, but yeah.
Ah, the Retaken Factory, my favourite type of place.
Well, of course.
Got to keep that joke going for another 10 years, maybe?
It's the only one I have, mate. Cheers, Crag, we appreciate it. Oh, they're not warriors. Okay, they're just big brutes then.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got confused because they seem like the kind of characters that would be typecast like that. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose that's sort of the point of the Chron, is that they look like warriors. You initially perceive them to be warriors, but then actually, nah, they're just sort of big bulky brutes.
Yeah, they're the crafters, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big, giant, shiny Golurks, really.
Yeah.
Golurk's such a fucking cool Pokemon. Have you seen the Victini movie?
Yeah, I have. I forget which version I watched, but I seem to recall in one of them he was shiny, and in the other one he wasn't.
Huh. I don't recall that.
And I think they were the other way round with the Hydreigon in that film. So, like, it'd be one or the other would be shiny in one version, and then they switched it in, like, the black version for some reason. Which
The point I was trying to make is that Ash nearly dies of, like, altitude sickness, I think is the word. He nearly freezes to death, and then Golurk's doing some fucking mecha shit, and it's actually kind of hype. What the hell is this monstrosity, this Cthulhu-looking guy over here, Richie?
Yeah, so this, I believe, was called a Nocturne Equitus, or something to that effect. And while there's not exactly a complete link, the closest you've got is the Equitus Singularis Augusti, which were the elite cavalry unit tasked to guard the Roman emperors. So Equitus Singularis Augusti does translate literally to personal cavalry of the emperor. So the Equitus is horse, basically cavalry. So they're sort of seen as being sort of quite elite, quite amazing. Although obviously this guy is definitely not guarding Ix right now, so he's doing a pretty crap job.
Yeah, he should be by his side, not here training his men.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose they're getting a bit more use out of him, and he has a counter because of course he fucking does.
I hate counters in video games. Sakurai, on the other hand, loves it. Every second Smash character that comes out has a counter. I won't be surprised if Joker from Persona 5 ends up having a counter of some sort.
Like, having not played Persona 5, I have no idea what kind of abilities he's going to bring to the table, so it could be interesting to see.
Well, I'll give you one thing. He's going to have a stand. No, I'm not saying Persona. Persona got its fucking thing from JoJo.
Yes, but what it is it's a persona. That's the name of the thing. Like, you have to be accurate with these things. While it may essentially be a stand, it's a persona.
Fine, whatever. It can't be any worse than the actual American JoJo ripoff. It was a comic book. Look it up. I'm not going to explain it here.
I'm fine, I'm not going to look that up. I like how that attack he's using is basically just Shadow's Chaos Spear.
It kind of is. It's just a recolor, honestly.
Yeah, theirs is blue, his is red, which, I mean, to be honest, at least, you know, they're saving on animation and assets. It's just a colour change, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of these guys basically have the same skeleton as Shadow, probably, which is why they're roughly the same height, I think.
Oh, and they're doing the same stance as well for the most part.
Yeah, so that's a nice way to be super lazy, is just reuse skeletons for your enemies with your cast. Brilliant.
Well, I mean, if you're in a bit of a rush, like no doubt the developers of Chronicles were, especially the music guy, yeah, more's the better that you just get clever with assets. Work clever, not harder.
Yeah, basically.
Sorry, cleverer. Man, I just exposed my own intelligence there.
Nah, it's fine. Tommy's well clever, like, you know.
Yeah, in it, Dad.
In it, bruv.
Richie, no, not you. You're the good one. You were supposed to be the best of us. God, can you fucking kill them already?
In my own time. They're too busy killing me.
You could kill them a lot faster if you actually use group attacks and whatnot, Flame, and stop being so goddamn stubborn.
Well, I mean, I'm still beating them eventually.
Eventually being the key word. Alright, that's one down.
What's that? He heals himself?
Oh, don't even go there, Flame, please, for the love of all that is good in the world.
Right, 2 down. We're getting there slowly.
Oh, Shadow has still got his thing. Like, you get one revive with that amulet thing. You don't get infinite ones per battle. So I do get a bit worried when I see him laying there for quite a while.
Well, I mean, he's the ultimate life form. Makes sense he'd take the ultimate naps as well.
Well, of course.
Yeah, more power to him. Got to store that ultimate energy somewhere.
Yes. Energy is stored in the spines, don't you know?
Yes.
A joke attempt was made and sort of failed. My charisma was quite high. That's what allowed me to get away with that, I suppose.
I'll give you it.
I just noticed, does Shadow not have a Chow? Did you not equip one to him?
I don't think I have at this point, nah.
It makes sense. I don't think Shadow would take anything other than a Dark Chow.
Yeah, like one of the proper Chaos Chow from SA2 with the fireballs on their head. That is Shadow.
Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. You are very conspicuously healing up here, mate. Are you expecting resistance coming up?
I think it was more a case of I got seriously hurt, I don't want to die.
Fair dues.
Totally fair.
Why? Why, Flame? Why did you cut this one out?
This is a different lineup to the last one. There's none of them sort of better Hell Angel things.
Oh.
That's fine, as long as you get through them lickety-split. Richie, what did you do this week? Any topic, please.
I went to go see Mary Poppins Returns on my 25th birthday, like a massive child that I am, and I had a wonderful time.
Ah, there you go. This is actually quite pertinent because I believe the day this video goes up, the third HFC Disneyfon starts, which is a fortnight of TV comms, or well, movie comms, shall I say, from Richie and myself. There are 14 movies we're covering it all, from Moana to the live-action Cinderella in recent years, to Mary Poppins, again, like I said, pertinent, to Coco as the finale. And it's basically a nice lead-in to Kingdom Hearts 3, which we will be covering. The playthrough will be starting in March, and yes, Helldragon will be there.
Yay!
And you've got the handcuffs to prove it.
Oh yes, I picked them out specially.
And if you can't wait till March, my solo one's beginning sort of, I think, mid-Feb, so... all the Kingdom Hearts 3!
You're not good at this subtle shilling, Rich, I've got to say that.
Well, hey, it's my last year doing solo comms on YouTube, I might as well shill whilst I'm here.
There you go, mate, there you go. Go out like the queen that you are.
Thank you, I suppose.
I meant that in a good way. There's no coming back from this, is there, with any kind of dignity?
Flame, what have you done to us?
How is that my fault?
You left this battle in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this was a strategic thing I planned ahead to just leave this one particular fight in, so you two could bicker like little bitches.
You know what I'm going to do if you do this in future? I'm going to remove all the commentary from this battle and just put your nervous laugh on loot. I can't even fucking talk now. This is what you've done to me. You forced repetition into my life, and you know I can't handle that anymore.
Oh god, I'm going into Google Foot mode. This isn't good.
But I wouldn't wish my awkward laugh on anyone, so don't do that to our viewers, please.
Well, if you insist, mate, if you insist. Wow, Nocturnus gave you 2 of those? Jealous? Will you please just fucking kill them?
I'm working on it. Look, they're running.
Better fucking. What is the point, honestly? Like, do they think that we're just gonna like lose the XP otherwise? And learn to jump flame, please. It's embarrassing.
It's really fucking fiddly when there's 2 boxes next to each other, because it's like I go to tap one, and before I've gone to tap the next one, it's like the other guy stumbled over.
I mean, it's true. I mean, I think the way that sort of you're intended to get through those bits is by effectively sort of pre-jumping, because I think that their jump arc is quite big from what I remember, so there should be enough time to get both of them before you slam into anything, but it's not necessarily the most intuitive timing, so it makes sense.
It is a little bit fiddly in all honesty as well, and like the other thing is the hitboxes for where you tap seems to be a little bit off, because that one I think that was just me fucking up the timing, but there are some times where I swear I actually tapped the guy but he didn't jump.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun.
You see the thing back there that says some power moves can hit some or all enemies at once. Notice how Flame is not using these.
Yes! I'm using strategy, you guys.
Yeah, so what's the deal with this relic thing here, mate? Is this story-based or, like, side quest?
These relic things, I'm trying to remember because there's a few things like this, but I think that's one that there's a character in the Rock World that will collect these, which I'll be going to visit in the final chapter once I've got all of them, and he will just exposit a lot of background and lore about like the Nocturne's clan, and he will go over some of the stuff about the gizoids which you mentioned earlier as well, so
okay. Cool.
He is pretty much your lore dump character.
That's me. You're upgrading me. Yeah, I like that.
You can't do Shadow's voice, I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to do their shadow, I'm doing my shadow, which is my original character.
Yeah, you're becoming me with this sort of creep shit, I'm just saying.
You know what, Flame? You do your own fucking voice. If you're so goddamn smart, you make it yourself.
No, because I'm not going to make a tit of myself like that.
Oh, I see. You're a coward then. Let other people do the hard work.
You're just now noticing this?
I can't get rid of him, guys. Like, he won't even let me pay him. How do you get rid of someone who won't even let you pay him?
Yeah, if you never employ me, you can't sack me. Fuck yeah. I got this worked out.
Well, I mean, there is a technical way of getting around it.
Killing him? I've tried.
Well, no, it's called putting like a block out on sort of all phone contact, but I think you might end up regretting that if you did that.
You know what a petty cunt I am. I will be back with an alt account.
Well, I mean, yes, but also you can just not schedule work. That's another thing.
Oh, that would actually hurt Flame. Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, it won't, because you know there will be messages coming in all the time of, Tom, have you uploaded this yet? Tom, have you scheduled that yet?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so Ix's fortress is in the middle, the Nocturne, and there's not planets per se around here, but there are, like, you know, other places that Chaos Emeralds are residing. So, yeah, let's go to Sector Scylla and Sector Charybd, obviously based on Scylla and Charybdis from Greek mythos.
Indeed.
And that's why I let you pronounce this stuff, because I get really nervous when I see these clusterfucks of letters.
There you go. They're called words, by the way. That's how clusters of letters work.
Really?
Damn, stonewalled me. He sandbagged me. That's how you make the other person seem stupid, by the way.
Yeah, it seems to work quite a lot.
Touché, Flame. I'll let you have that one. Alright, where do you think we're going to be heading first, Flame? Well, I say think, you know, but where are we going?
if the little tiny thumbnail I can see in Windows right now is anything to go by, it will be Sector Scylla.
Yes, and being the person who has, looked at slightly ahead of what we're going to do, it is indeed Sector Scylla.
Oh, okay, so the warriors are the Zoa, and the Nurgle are like insect creatures, I believe.
I think the Nurgle were like slime monster kind of things.
Yeah, they are. They're sort of sluggy. They're super weird.
And the Voxai are basically those preaching aliens from BioWare. That's what I was trying to think of. In the last part, I want to say. They're the ones where, like, this one wishes to talk about the Enkindlers and so on.
Oh yeah, so like one thing I do think this game does well in terms of like all these different creatures is they are very distinct and their worlds are very distinct as well. So this does feel a little bit more interesting to jump between the worlds than like say earlier in the game.
I'm quite amazed that Ix is not coming down on us with the full force of his armada right now, unless he stretches himself thin, invading our world and taking the Master Emerald.
I don't know, I think he's probably just taking the let them come to me approach here.
Yeah, gather the Chaos Emeralds, go to him. I mean, it's been done in other plots before, with other MacGuffins and so on, so kind of ingenious, actually, Ix. Alright guys, we'll see you next time when the Sonic Chronicles playthrough continues and we get introduced to both the Nurgle and the Zoa. Not necessarily in the same part. Bye!